Who was Joan of Arc? Have you ever heard of the 100 Years' War? It was a drawn-out conflict between England and France over who should rule France that lasted on and off from 1337 to 1453. One of the most famous figures of this war is Joan of Arc, and today we are going to learn more about her. Let's begin. Joan of Arc was born in 1412 in Domre, France. She was an ordinary peasant girl who grew up working on her family's farm. When she was around 13 years old, Joan began hearing what she believed were heavenly voices. The voices told her that God had chosen her to help save France from English rule. At the time, English forces had taken control of much of the northern part of France, and many people in the country feared that France would lose the war and the English would occupy their land. At age 17, Joan of Arc traveled to see the French prince, or Dauphin, a man named Charles. She convinced him that God had sent her to help France win the war, and prophesied that he would one day become the King of France. Though initially skeptical, Charles accepted Joan into his army, and she helped lead them to a significant victory during the Siege of Orleans in 1429. Even though Joan of Arc had no formal military training, she inspired the French soldiers with her conviction and courage. After the victory, Joan encouraged the Dauphin to travel to Reims to be crowned King of France, uniting the people and inspiring them to continue to fight. The Dauphin was crowned King Charles VII soon after. Tragedy struck in May of 1430 when English allies captured Joan of Arc in Compiègne, France, and turned her over to the enemy. The Catholic Church then tried her for heresy because she claimed to hear voices from God. The court convicted Joan a year later, and she was burned at the stake when she was just 19 years old. About 15 years after her death, the Catholic Church retried Joan of Arc and determined that she had been wrongly convicted. Unfortunately, this decision came too late. A few centuries later, in 1920, the Catholic Church officially declared her a saint. Today, France and much of the world remember Joan of Arc as a hero and a symbol of courage and faith. Her willingness to stand up for herself and her beliefs continues to inspire people today. Joan of Arc sure was brave. Let's review some of the facts we just learned about her to see what you remember. What was the name of the war that was happening when Joan of Arc was born, and that she later fought in? 100 Years' War. True or false? Joan of Arc never claimed to hear voices from God. That was just a rumor started by the English. False. Because of her claims of receiving heavenly messages, Joan was eventually tried and convicted of heresy by the Catholic Church. Fill in the blank. The Catholic Church officially made Joan of Arc a saint in the year blank. 1920. Nice work, future historians. Though there are many stories and legends about Joan of Arc, one thing is certain. She stayed true to her principles and bravely fought for what she believed in. What are ways that you can stand up for something you believe in and inspire others to be brave too? Hope you had fun learning with us. Visit us at learnbright.org for thousands of free resources and turnkey solutions for teachers and homeschoolers.